We'll start our practice on all fours. So come down to hands and knees. Make sure your knees aren't too close to your hands because you want plenty of space for your side body. And then take a deep inhale through your nose. As you exhale, take your left shoulder towards your left hip. And then stay there through your inhale. And exhale. Inhale back towards center. And then exhale to the right. Stretch out your left side body. Inhale, breathe into your left side waist. Exhale, stretch deeper. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center and start to walk your hands over to the left. As you exhale, sit your hips back to the right. Get a nice stretch through your right side ribs. Take another inhale breath and exhale. And then inhale, come back through center and walk your hands over to the right. Sit your hips back toward the left. Exhale. Breathe into your left side body on the inhale. Exhale, stretch deeper. Sit your hips sideways a little more. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, relax your chest. On an inhale, sweep your left arm up, around, and down. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your right arm up, around, and exhale down. Good. This time, sweep your left arm up, straighten your left leg out, and then take your arm down. Inhale, right side. Stretch your right leg out. Exhale, release that down. This time, keep your leg and arm there. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. And if you need to, you can rotate your bottom foot a little bit here. Lift your left leg. Coming into this little modified side plank here. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, you can stay, or you can bend your left knee and reach for your foot. And if you get your foot, kick your foot into your hand just to get a nice shoulder stretch. So this isn't going to be your most beautiful back bend in the world. Just get a nice stretch here. And on your inhale, release that. Place your left foot down and stretch your left arm overhead. And take another inhale and exhale breath here in this version of gate pose. Inhale, reach your arm up and spiral back down to the ground. Come onto all fours. Inhale, spiral your right arm around. Turn your bottom leg, stretch your right leg out. Exhale. On your inhale, lift your right leg up. And as you exhale, bend your knee if you like and grab hold of your foot. Gently kick your foot into your hand and open your shoulder. So really use the power of your leg kick here to stretch open your right shoulder. And at the end of your exhale, release that. Press your right foot down and stretch your right arm up and over, arcing over your head. Breathe into your right side body. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, sweep your arm back up and then down toward the ground. Curl your toes under, lift your hips for downward facing dog. Settle and take a breath in your downward facing dog. And then on your inhale, stretch your right leg up for three-leg dog. Good. Exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Find a lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And as you exhale, take your right hand to your hip, stretch your arm over, or take your hand to a block or the ground, whatever you can reach today. And take an extra breath here. Root down through your left knee and stretch high through your left arm. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take your hands down. Step back, three-leg dog. Exhale, step your right foot forward again. Lower your back knee down. This time, take your right arm and twist. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And just see how much you can open in this twist. And then move your right knee towards straight and sit your hips back. So you should get a stretch starting to come into your hamstring and your outer hip. Try to keep the base of your big toe pressing down toward the ground because you'll get even more out of it this way. And then bend your right knee again. Maybe turn your right foot out to the side and twist backwards. Reach your arm or bend your knee and grab the outside of your foot. You can let your right knee move out to the side a little bit to stretch your right hip. And then release that. Take your hands to either side of your foot and step back to downward facing dog. At the end of your next exhale breath, lift your left leg for three-leg dog. Keep your ribs moving inward and tone your belly just a little bit so you stay strong and keep your pelvis square. And then look forward and step your left foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee and inhale, come up. Exhale, side bend. You may grab your block at whatever level you can reach. Reach down through your right knee and then stretch up and over through your right arm so that you really lengthen through your side body and also in your hip flexor on the right. And at the end of your next exhale breath, come back up. Exhale, take your hands down. Step back, three-leg dog. Tone your belly. Draw your lower ribs in. Stretch your left leg up. And then as you exhale, look forward and step your left foot once again in between your hands. Lower your back knee and twist your left arm up towards the sky. Take your shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen your neck. And then begin to straighten your left knee. So it may only go part of the way because it's kind of first thing here. You may get all the way straight, and that's great too. Now breathe here. It's a little more challenging in this twist. And at the end of your next exhale breath, bend your front knee. Look back, reach your left arm back, and maybe bend your back knee and grab the outer edge of your foot. Open your chest. You can also draw your left knee out to the side. Get a little more hip stretch here. And at the end of your next exhale, release out of that. Lift your back knee and step to downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, lift your right leg. Bend your knee and open your hip. Then look forward and take your knee across toward the outer edge of your left elbow or arm. And then stretch it back up. Open your hip, bend your knee. Lengthen through the front of your hip. And then come back through. Cross your knee over the front of your body. This time stretch your foot out. Lower your right foot, lower your left foot, and stretch up into star plank. Come back down. Out of star plank, lift your right leg up. Open your hip. Stay here, or you can flip into wild thing. So keep your left leg pressing towards straight and peel your chest upward. Let your right arm sweep back toward the ground. Inhale, come out. three-leg dog. Exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Lower your back heel, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior and straighten your right leg. Lean backwards. Inhale, come up. Trikonasana. Take your hand to your right shin or to your block or to the earth. Stretch your left arm up. Rotate from your low belly. You can even think of reaching your tailbone down towards your left heel. Rotate your heart upward. Stretch your left arm up over your head. But don't arc. Stay nice and flat here in your side body. Good. From here, look down, sweep your arm down and around, and put your left hand on your hip. Bend your front knee and step forward to Ardha Chandrasana. Again, you can use your block or not. And then start to rotate. Same as in triangle, reach your tailbone towards your lifted leg. It's gonna tone your low belly and help you to rotate upward. Woohoo! You can wobble around like me too. There you go. Good. I highly recommend doing this in trees. It makes it way harder. If you want, you can bend your knee for Chapasana and open your front thigh. Release this pose. Fold forward for standing splits. Root down through your right leg and lift your left high. And then inhale, step back to a lunge. Keep your left hand planted and move your right foot. Just step it in front of you here for side plank. You can also step to full side plank here, either variation. Inhale. As you exhale, lower your hips down, reach for your feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower your hips. Inhale, lift. Lower to downward facing dog. Press back. Take a breath. On your next inhale, lift your left leg for three-leg dog. Open your hip and bend your knee. With your exhale, cross your knee underneath you and reach for your right elbow or tricep. Inhale, back up. Open your hip, bend your knee. Come out of that. Cross your leg under, stretch your left leg out, and open for star plank. Lower your hands, step back for three-leg dog. And once again, open your hip in your three-leg dog. This time, if you want to flip over, finding your wild thing. Allow your chest, your heart to peel upward. And flip back over, three-leg dog. Strong through your legs and through your pelvis. Tone your low belly and step your left foot forward. Lower your back heel for warrior two and spiral up. Reverse your warrior and straighten your front leg. At the end of your next exhale, come up. And then exhale for triangle pose, Trikonasana. Use the tone in your belly and the strength of your legs to allow you to rotate with a nice, straight, strong torso up towards the sky. Inhale, stretch your right arm up and over your head, but don't allow your body to side bend here. Keep your torso strong. And sweep your arm down and around, grab your hip, bend your front knee and step to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Remember, you can use your block. Slowly begin to rotate upward. Your gaze can stay down while your hips and torso rotate upward. And then once your balance is stronger, you can begin to rotate your head. If you're steady, bend your right knee. Hold onto your foot. Roll your shoulder back as you press your foot into your hand and open. Chapasana. Release out of this pose. Lower your heart down, almost like you're bowing your rib cage and your chest downward towards your leg. Lift your right leg up as you press down through your left heel for standing splits. Inhale. As you exhale, step your back foot back for a lunge. Plant your right hand, and then your left foot can either come right in front of you, or you can take it back to the full side plank, Skandasana here. Breathe. Inhale. As you exhale, lower your hips, reach your hands for your feet. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, lower down. You might only lower a couple of inches. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, plank, downward facing dog, press back. Take a deep inhale and exhale here. And with your next inhale breath, lift your right leg, three-leg dog. Open your hip. Come forward and sweep your knee across you for star plank. Open out. Lower back down. Step back, three-leg dog, and maybe you flip. Wild thing. Lift your heart up even more. Reach for the ground with your right hand. Come out of this pose. Three-leg dog. Step your right foot forward. And this time come all the way up to where you're in legs for Prasarita Padottanasana. Your toes face forward. Clasp your hands behind you. Keep your elbows bent here and roll your shoulders back. Keep your elbows bent. Take your heels of your hands together and then lift your hands up off your back like this. Fold forward. Keep lifting your hands up away from your spine. And once they get as high as they're going to go and your head gets as low as it's going to go, you can start to straighten your elbows out. You may need to bend your knees in this pose, and that is perfectly fine. With every exhale, see if you can reach your hands out and down even more. Inhale, rise back up. Sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, lunge to the back of your mat. And step up for three-leg dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. Cross your knee underneath you, star plank. Open your heart. Exhale, come down. Three-leg dog. Open your hip, maybe flip. Wild thing. Flip back over, three-leg dog. Step your left foot through. Come up, Prasarita feet. One more time here, wide-legged. Sweep your arms up on an inhale. Exhale, fold, forward bend. Inhale, look forward and lengthen your spine. Exhale, take your heart over to the right. Reach for your right foot with your left hand. I'll mirror you. Reach for your right foot with your left hand, and then take your right hand out in front of you. Bend both your elbows so that you're peeking up underneath your right elbow. While you're here, you can also start to shift your hips back to the left, and that's going to give you even more intensity. And then inhale up out of this pose. Switch sides. Take your right hand outside your left shin and take your left hand out in front of you. And then bend both your elbows so that you're peeking up under your left armpit. From here, shift your hips back to the right and you'll really get more opening. Keep your feet strong. Ground through all four corners of your feet. Inhale, release out of this pose. Walk your hands back. You're going to turn your right toes to face upward and bend your left knee so you come into a Skandasana variation. Reach your right hand towards your right foot and lean into this pose. Inhale, switch sides. Bend your right knee, reach for your left. Lean forward, stretch through your inner thighs. You can even reach your right knee away from you for more action. Inhale, come back to the left. You can do the same thing again, or take your left hand to your knee and twist. Twist towards your bent knee. You'll feel more stretch in your right inner thigh. Inhale, switch sides. This time, take your right hand to your right knee and twist towards your bent knee to feel more stretch in your left inner thigh. Breathe deeply here. Come back towards center, Prasarita. Fold forward. Inhale, lift. One more time. Take your right hand to the outside of your left leg. This time, your left arm can stretch out forward in front of you, and you can twist underneath it. If you're feeling extra bendy, you can reach your left arm to the outside of your right shin, bend both elbows, and twist. Again, shift your hips back to the right. Breathe. Inhale, come out of the pose. Lift your heart. Walk over to the right. Take your left hand to the outside of your right shin. Stretch your right arm forward and bend your left elbow only so that you get more stretch. Or, again, you can take your right arm and reach for the outside of your left shin. So you'll be funky. Funky version. Release. Inhale, lift. Put your hands on your hips and come up to standing. Sweep your arms up. Come back toward the front of your mat. Step to downward facing dog. Take an inhale. At the end of your exhale breath, look forward and step or maybe hop in between your hands. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, come into a squat. Take your heart in between your knees and reach your hands backwards. Maybe grab holds of the backs of your heels if you need to. And take a couple of breaths, releasing your low back. At the end of your next exhale, come back out of this pose, and then we'll come down to knees. Keep your toes curled under and sit back to your heels. Just a little toe stretch. Flip your palms up, close your eyes, release your shoulders, and breathe. And if you get uncomfortable here, you can take the tops of your feet down. Stay in this pose a little longer. Put the tops of your feet down. Maybe meditate for a little bit. Or if you'd like to lie on your back and move towards Shavasana, now would be the time to do so.